All right. I already hit record. We're probably about 15 seconds from the top of the
All
hour.
right.
So
Got it.
we'll
So,
just hold steady for radio 8424. And we're good now.
boom.
Yeah. 10 o'clock hour at the giant granite phallus in the District of Criminals, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Thursday night, April 18th. In the year of our clownishness, 2024. Get Fact Harder, episode 22 starts right now.
That's right, folks. If you have the needs, time to get with the program and smoke more of the weeds. I mean, it's just around the precipice here. We're right on the very cusp itself of weeds more of the Saturdays. That's right, smoke more of the
Oh,
weeds.
shit.
Super duper shakedown freak out special Saturday night.
That's 2 days from right now.
Because we're gonna, first Yona's gonna warm you up with the body blows, with the crazy fucking 4:20 a.m. live set fucking Detroit house from the Yona, just mixing the shit live
Oh,
on the
shit.
420s, and then come Saturday night, Drizzle's gonna be there when the Yona taps out for the fucking delivering the final blows.
That's
The
right.
uppercut that lays you the fuck out, and then Joe Rogan declares a winner. And then you
Two,
tell Joe Rogan
yeah.
you're going to start a podcast, and he's going to be your first guest after you quote, what's his name, Solzhenitsyn or that fucking Russian guy.
Oh, Dostoevsky?
No,
Uh,
shits and sniffing or whatever his name is.
Solzhenitsyn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Solzhenitsyn. That's when.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good thing it's not the second hour, and I'm having to say that. Because we could get into some real trouble real fast. But
shits and
yeah.
sniffing.
Saturday night, I'm gonna do 2 hours, 2 full hour. Well, as much as we normally do, 2 full hours of music. But yeah, 2 hours of marijuana infused kindness for your ears Saturday night. It's going to be a break from our typical format, but I think folks are going to dig it.
Do you know whose birthday is on April the 20th?
Well, that would be Hitler.
And my best friend.
Hitler was your best friend?
No, my best friend's birthday's on April the 20th. Let me clarify. Shout out to Jay. What up, Bobby J?
That was an excellent alley, by the way. Thank you
Yeah.
for the assist on that. Yeah.
I mean, you can't say Hitler you can't just say Hitler and leave off the Jesus and Kanye. Come on, Chris.
Yeah.
Hitler,
Well.
Jesus, Kanye, 2024.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun, though. I think, like I said, folks will really enjoy it, and it's going to be something different. It
Fuck
might
yeah.
even be something that you want to tell your friends about. At least, the ones that you still talk to that you think are cool and whatever. I mean, you can tell I'm getting prepared already. I got my NASA engineered do-rag on to protect all the delicate parts.
Don't ask NASA a question. It stands for never a straight answer.
That's right.
And don't try to be an astronaut. It's a challenging experience, and that's why they need another 7 astronauts. Anyway, um, shout out Sally Ride. Anyways,
Ooh.
too soon. It's too soon.
Yeah.
You
Too
might want to
soon.
you might want to check the seals on those O-rings on the booster rockets. Just
Oh,
saying,
goodness. Wow.
just saying. Yeah, I really went there.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah, we're not
get back
even
to our
5 minutes in.
bro. We were all
YouTube
at school.
already hates us. All
That
right.
I was at school, man, getting my brain indoctrinated, getting trained like fleas at the circus. Shout out John Taylor Gatto. And of course we had the fucking Channel 1 TVs installed in all the classrooms. So, every day we have to watch Channel 1, which had fucking commercials. whole student body in there watching fucking Pepsi and Cheetos commercials in between the Channel 1 broadcast, and that was in the 90s, 1990. That was back in the 20th century, back in the 1900s when I was in high school. And so God knows the shit on fucking screens today, they still got Channel 1 and shit like that going on. But anyways, so it was a big fucking deal. Every classroom's tuned in because Sally Ride, the astronaut that went with the, Space Shuttle Challenger,
Yeah.
was a school teacher. She
I'm
was a
trying to
school
remember.
teacher, and it was a big
Yeah,
school
it was a
teacher
big thing. It was a
experience
big thing.
for all the grade schools and high schools, and everyone in public schools was cheering on this American public school teacher that's going up in the spaceship. And whoa, no, what's the rockets doing? Whoa,
Yeah,
oh,
kablooey.
that's not supposed to happen, is it? Oh
Well,
no.
sometimes that happens. Sometimes it does. The whole
But
thing just goes.
that was really, really fucking awkward. And like at the end, like
That was
after
deliberate. What the fuck are you
cafeteria.
talking about?
Well,
Awkward.
yeah. No, I mean awkward for a bunch of kids in a middle school, high school, and then all of a sudden you see them all blowing up and everything, and it was kind of awkward. And then after cafeteria, they come over like we're gonna have a special emergency uh, general assembly of the whole student body in the cafeteria with the guidance counselor to talk about grief counseling and everything else. And by that point, we're already fucking cracking jokes about it because again, we're in high
Yeah.
school.
That was
And,
that was
I mean, hey,
a
who wants to be
mass
an astronaut
trauma
now?
event. It was a
I mean, I'm
mass
sure.
trauma event, and you'll
Yeah,
never be able to convince me any different.
yeah.
Like, that was
I mean,
deliberate. I'm trying to remember at this point, like, how many times did I watch the space shuttle launch in school before that happened? I don't think it was many times. Once, maybe twice. And then boom,
uh,
it hits you with the fucking sucker punch.
well, see, that's why it was fucked up. That's the first time they'd ever shown a launch at LaRue County Public Schools.
Hmm.
Shout out to the Abraham Lincoln Birthplace National Park. Anyways, and Joel Ray's Lincoln Jamboree. That's right.
Well, again,
Get
I
your
grew up,
wings
90
and your square
miles
dancing.
from the District of Criminals, so obviously it would have gotten to us first.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what? In bumfuck Kentucky, we took a lot of field trips, but it wasn't really, and to be fair, they didn't have the channel. So I was at when did that happen? Was that 1987?
Challenger was, I think it was
86?
86. I want to say
86.
86. I'll look here in a second. I'm trying to answer Rob. Rob's like, well, I'll answer Rob right here. Rob says, have you ever seen the list of those astronauts still alive working in the same field they were in when they allegedly blew up live on national television? And yes, Rob, I have seen that list. I have actually seen those people, a couple of them, confronted in public about their true identity, and they were not too happy about it.
It's hard for me to imagine people working for NASA using a different identity.
But some of them are still using the same names. That's the
Yeah, I
thing.
mean, well, that
They
was the
didn't even
cool thing,
change their name.
Even though he quit working at Panamunda in Poland to build B-2 rockets so he could keep bombing the fuck out of England. Next thing you know, he goes from B-2s to Saturn V rockets or Saturn V rockets at the Redstone Arsenal in Alabama, and he became the first president, I guess, of NASA back when it was a quote unquote civilian space agency. And that would be our dearest Third Reich Nazi, Werner von Braun. Um,
Oh, yeah. Wonderful man. Absolutely wonderful man. Oh, wait,
You know,
that's not what I want.
in some ways, because of Gladio and Paperclip and some of these other nefarious things going on, and looking at where we're at now, one could make the argument that the Nazis didn't lose World War II. In fact, the United States protected and nourished and became the fucking Nazis, and now we're living in the Fourth Reich.
Yeah.
Some could say.
Yeah, it was
Argument can be
infiltration.
made.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now we have people like Debbie
Yeah.
Wasserman
No,
Schultz with her ramen noodle hair, you know.
Germany clearly lost World War II. There is no question about that. Japan, I'm kind of like 50-50. Because, yeah, there was the whole they had to demilitarize, but then they became an economic powerhouse, you know? So it's kind of like those two things offset.
But MacArthur intervened.
Nazis definitely won World War II. I don't think there is any question about that whatsoever, because they have essentially constructed the world that we live in. But according to the Book of Knowledge, and of course Normaltons call that Wikipedia, the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster occurred on January 28th, 1986. Score a point for me, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed. So it was in 6th grade at Magnolia Elementary when I seen that on the TV in Mr. Milby's class, my coolest fucking teacher, the one always wearing the Hawaiian print shirts. I mean, if he was still alive today, which he could be, you know, people would take him for a boogaloo boy. Every day, this guy with the Hawaiian print shirts, you know what I'm saying? Super laid back dude. And there's no doubt in my mind now, Mr. Milby smoked the fuck out of some weed, man. Because now I know.
Yeah.
The wonder why he was so fucking cool, man. I love you, Mr. Milby. You inspired me to become a teacher, and I ended up teaching. Pero me fui un profesor del inglés en Ecuador. Oh, yeah, because I was an English teacher in Ecuador. I guess we're going to have to, oh my God, we're going to have to get back harder again in Spanish. I don't know if we can really do this in Spanish. Maybe Spanglish.
There you go. Now you're talking my language.
We'll call this hechos más duros. There you go.
That works.
Very hard facts. There you go. Hechos más duros. Cerca la gran patria del Ecuador. Otra vez una historia muy feo del presidente Daniel Noboa en la ciudad, el capital del Ecuador, en Quito.
I'm following you so far.
Votación por referéndum este domingo. You know what? Let's go to English. I don't want to.
All right, that's fine.
Non-Spanish speaker. So, anyways, President Daniel.
I was tracking the whole time. Something about last Sunday.
Yeah, he's calling for a referendum
or next Sunday. Next Sunday, yeah. El próximo.
Sunday.
That's right.
To get the voters to agree to suspend the Constitution entirely and put the military in charge, and to allow the Ecuadorian government to go after and extradite any and all citizens it wants anywhere, and to send squads out from Ecuador to go extraordinarily render these Ecuadorian citizens back.
For what reason?
Well, they're wanting to go after Correa. And so in the meantime, right now, for most of Ecuador, if you don't have a gas generator to produce electricity or candles, you're in the fucking dark, man.
Well, yeah, there was, what was it, a power emergency going on or something?
They've not had power for 2 days, but they expect the power to get turned back on Sunday for the vote.
Like, what's going on? Are they over their carbon limit, or like, what the fuck? Like, how in 2024 do they not have power where previously they've had power?
they've got hydro plants and all this stuff all over the country that produces clean energy. So it's not an issue of production. It's an issue of there are these terror squads or terrorist squads going around and taking like the electrical workers hostage at the power plant, and they're definitely terrorists. You can tell because
What?
they're all muscular and fit and tan with crew cuts. Um,
So
def-
military.
oh no, they're part of the terrorists, and they all
Yeah,
wear the
but what you're
same.
describing is military.
Well, kind of think like Patriot Front in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Crocs and socks and Crocs, khaki shorts. They're all surfers.
Well, yeah,
They
those
all
are
show up in a
feds.
bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because that's the same fucking thing. You've got instead of feds, they're eds, right? They're government of the Ecuador, right? Fed eds. We'll call them fed
Gotcha.
eds,
Gotcha. Yeah. All
and
right.
they're fed eds, posing as regular ciudadano ecuatorianos, Ecuadorian citizens, um, and then under the guise of protecting the public at large, we're going to have to empower the military to go around and just hunt people down now, suspend the Constitution, install martial law. Because these terrorists are just running amok all over the country. Terrorists that all are well fit, athletic, all have high and tight military haircuts. It's interesting because that's not the look of the resistance fighters in Ecuador. Not that I've ever met them, because I still have a lot of friends in Ecuador, and
Somebody
all the
told you
people
what
that
they look like.
know, all the people that know Yona in Ecuador, big fans of Daniel Noboa, and they love the government because the government's going around and killing people right now. None of my friends have to worry about that. It's the goose pimples and the nervousness in my voice, think nothing of it. All my friends in Ecuador, Cuenca and Quito, and like, love Noboa. Best banana republic ever. Moving on.
Yeah, and that's quite a feat too, because I mean they've got Joe Biden as competition. So
There we were.
yeah, Ecuador.
I told my wife, yeah, I was like, oh my God. Because there we were, we've been there almost 2 years. I'm like, oh my God, did you see what happened? Correa is about to turn the government over to Lenin Moreno in 3 days. And Lenin Moreno just flew to fucking Manta Air Base and met Mike motherfucking Pompous A-hole, which means
Was he
military's
CIA
coming back.
director at that time, or what was he
Yes.
doing?
He was the head liar, cheater, and stealer for the
Okay.
CIA.
All right.
And that's 3 days before. That was the May the 21st, 2018. And then May the 24th, 2018, they moved the sash. It's like a beauty pageant, but that's their presidential transfer of power. It's got this big diagonal sash that they move, and then there's these epaulettes, and it's kind of gay. Anyways, so Leonard Moreno gets it sitting down because he's in a wheelchair. Because he wasn't always in a wheelchair. He was shot in the back when he was apparently robbed um, in Quito by probably a CIA. Anyways, back to the inauguration. So he takes power literally the day he takes power on page 5 in the Cuenca paper. President Moreno has already signed a memorandum of understanding with U.S. military to allow them and the DEA to come back to not just Manta Air Base, but 4 other fucking air bases. The other 3 were over in the Amazon part where, the coca grows really fast. And
Well,
then
that makes sense.
and they've got all the infrastructure out there in the middle of the fucking Amazon with the petroleum roads and the CIA roads and
Well,
kind
yeah,
of
you
like what,
you got to have that
what
infrastructure
I
if
mean,
you're gonna
literally,
get the resources out.
I've talked about these crazy blacktop roads in the middle of the fucking jungle. Fucking Tony Myers when he was in Peru and Ecuador and the Amazon and Iquitos, the other night on his town hall there with us, he was talking about the same fucking thing. Here they are on this mud ass ditch, and all of a sudden, boom, they pop out on this perfectly fucking
Yeah.
straight, level, paved fucking blacktop road, 2 lanes wide.
Yeah. No
Like,
potholes.
yeah, it's like, what the fuck is this? Oh, this is something CIA built
Yep.
to stop drugs. Well, did it stop it? No, no, we've never seen more drugs. Go figure.
Right. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you were wondering who won the war on drugs, it was drugs. Like, hands down. Not even close. Like,
That's
you might
right.
even say it was by a landslide. Drugs won.
And you know where
Unequivocally.
the last battle of the war on drugs was fought and lost, and with that, the whole war in a place called Lisbon. Lisbon, Portugal, of all places.
Wow.
Because they said, fuck it all, we're making everything legal. You want shrooms? You want acid? You want
I thought that was
ayahuasca?
Amsterdam.
You want no, no.
What can you not get in Amsterdam?
Oh, you can get it. It's just not legal.
Oh, that's like everywhere else.
Now, weed is like legal-ish, and depending on amounts and where you're at and what building you're at, you can't do it outside. And blah 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 blah, blah all these fucking rules in Amsterdam.
Right.
Portugal went full bore. All drugs are legal. Boom. Fuck it. Get shrooms, get acid, get whatever the fuck you want. Coke, meth, whatever.
If God didn't want us to have it, he wouldn't have put it here.
And they did
I
that.
like the way they think.
What's incredible is they made all drugs legal, and drug overdoses and drug addiction and everything just fucking nosedive.
Yep. Imagine that.
Instantly, drugs were never a problem again for Portugal. So they say. I've not been to Portugal. Don't speak much Portuguese. I've sung a couple songs in the Portuguese. I can understand the Portuguese, but without, I have to have malt balls so I can fill my mouth full of malt balls and then take a shot of some mezcal, which is like tequila, but it's brown, stronger. And Drizzle knows what mezcal is. Anyways,
Yeah.
Tasty old shit.
Oh yeah.
Expensive. It's very expensive because it's fucking worth it.
Yeah.
And so,
That's usually how it works.
Give me a couple shots of mezcal, mouthful of malt balls. I can sound just like fucking Lulu the Silva. And then sing a song. Which brings me to Brazil. God damn it. Just got done with Ecuador. Got all fucked up about that. And it's even more fucked up in Brazil. I don't know how. I'm facting so hard, I'm chipping my own teeth.
Yeah. Well,
get fact so hard, you chip
slow
the truth,
down,
folks. That's so.
Because we still
got
90 more minutes to fill.
Damn,
hold on to those chiclets.
You know what? It might be time to get to that that little special treat we have for folks. I was kind of planning that for the top of the hour, but didn't really have a segue. I haven't really pirouetted into that yet. I'm still just really fucked up about the Saki girls, man.
Oh yeah.
Was that AM wake up
Yona.
this morning?
Yeah.
The Jen and Steph. Oh my
yeah. That was
oh my god.
That was rough.
Before Sugar Bear, before the one that the Stevis on AM Wake Up calls Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Van Dam Pierre or Sugar Bear.
Yeah, Sugar Bear is easier.
The current White House spoke, who replaced. Let's circle back again to Jen Psaki. But now Jen Psaki's baby sister, Stephanie Psaki. Yeah, they were reading off her CVs this morning, going through her whole.
Oh yeah.
bona fides there.
That's right.
And she's
She
like,
is legit, ladies and gentlemen.
we couldn't fit this on a business card.
Yeah. So if you were ever wondering how Jen Psaki got the jobs that she has occupied in her life, now you know. But we are not going to torture people by playing any of that on this program.
Oh my God.
That was rough, man. Like I almost didn't make it through the segment that they played on the show. I almost had to turn it off. It was too much even for me.
Her voice,
Oh,
I kept picturing the red glowing HAL 2000 eyeball
yeah.
when she was talking. You know, like in the movie by Stanley Kubrick and 2001: A Space Odyssey and Dave Bowman, the astronaut's in there. Hal's trying to fucking kill him, man. And he goes into the main CPU chamber. He's pulling out the little fucking discs and
Oh,
I'm sorry, Dave, I can't do it. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm hearing that voice. I'm like, holy shit. HAL 2000 had the fucking gender surgery, man. It's the fucking female HAL 2000. And then as it kept playing, then I started imagining Steph Psaki, Jen Psaki, Hillary Clinton, and Nina Jankowicz, all dressed up as suffragettes, singing fucking Broadway songs, man. Luckily, I got better weeds. Now I'm smoking wedding cake, and it's fine. I'm just imagining Jen and Steph Psaki with one cup, eating
oh
from the
my.
same cup. Because poop.
Good Lord.
You knew I was going to get. Come on, man. I laid it off the backboard. I got to dunk it.
Well, breaking news, Yona. Apparently.
Boeing did it again.
No. It's not Boeing this time. It is your favorite nation. Our favorite nation. Everybody's most favorite nation in the entire world has now struck sites in Iran, Iraq, and Syria simultaneously.
Yes! Let's go, turbo racist genocidal maniacs.
Yeah, unconfirmed simultaneous explosions reported in Syria, Iraq, and at a nuclear facility just south of Tehran. And apparently the markets are already reacting to it. Shout out to Rob in the Odyssey chat for cluing us into that one. But yeah, apparently this is now the retaliation. Yeah, right now. Like as we're live on the air. But this is now. Yeah, this is now
World War III type shit, man.
This is the retaliation to the retaliation from Iran over the weekend. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days ago on Saturday, as we were live on the air with Wheezy. It was going on. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, Liberty Radio just stumbles into the news. Like we don't even have to work at it. It's kind of awesome.
Well, gosh, when I wrote this song, I thought it was just going to be North Korea and Russia and China. And I just want to apologize to Iran. Man, I'm sorry for sleeping on you, Iran. I thought the Israelis were just concerned about Arabs and not Persians, but I guess Persians are Arab.
I guess so.
Makes sense. They're brown enough, so it works. Browns are, the bombs they're using are DEI inclusive. So, what is that? Diversity, equality, inclusion.
I don't even remember at this point.
DEI. It's DEI like Opus Dei, right?
And malarkey.
yeah. It's DEI like Opus Dei. There you go. Shout out to the Templars and the Knights of Malta. Let's see.
Yeah, well, apparently this is all confirmed by Iranian media as well. So I guess it's legit. I don't know. As legit as any news is these days. But Yona, you kind of predicted this with one of your songs.
Yeah.
Because we were getting to the point where everyone was like, "Oh my God, the economy's about to crash. The economy's about to crash." And just in time, here comes World War III.
World War III will not only save our economy, it'll save our democracy and save our plutocracy. Shout out to BlackRock and Vanguard.
And State Street. What the fuck? Come on.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't do my own trades. That's why I have a stockbroker. It's not financial advice. I get my financial advice elsewhere, and I don't share it. So there you go.
Yeah.
Boo-boo.
Schwab.
I'm just like a
That's where I get my
congressman or a
financial
senator.
advice.
I'm just like one of those Congress critters up on Capitol Hill. When I get insider information on trading, I ain't fucking telling you. Anyway, it's my money, bitch.
That's right. Wouldn't be insider if I told you. You have to be an insider to get this kind of information.
Well, let's see if it picks it up here. Let's try a.
It should. It did last time.
I guess I could turn it around so people could see me, but you can see
they don't care.
So that's good enough. It's good enough. Fuck it. Let's see here.
Ain't nobody watching anyway. Yeah, it's coming through.
Won't you come and save our economy? Ghost fart a queef, dripping with the leaf, fulfilling my gardening needs with my Ukraine seeds. So let those foreign bodies pile. $2 gas is more my style. World War III, won't you come and save our economy? Brace for nuclear shockwaves. Get your buckets of powdered eggs. MMT, emancipate dead slaves. Beat your plows back into swords. World War III, won't you come and save our democracy? Americans and Nazis march together for a victory. Bombs for prosperity, yet more austerity. Money printer went burn, now inflation's all ass. We war for more profits to get cheaper gas at last. World War III, won't you come and save our economy? WMD's in that desert haze. Marines again on Tripoli shores. No vaccines tested through the 6th phase. But it's booster time, run, get you some more. World War III, won't you come and save their plutocracy? BlackRock and Vanguard on the boulevard. Quarterly earnings from all sides. More cities burning, the stock price rise. Battle lines are drawn and alliances are formed. The hills are taken and the beaches are stormed. But there's still pain at my gas pump. Bucket drop more bombs. World War III, won't you come and save our economy? Brace for nuclear shockwaves. Brace for nuclear shockwaves. Brace for nuclear shockwaves.
That was really
Boom.
good. Yeah. Yeah. I guess this is it. Here we go. They're not going to wait for Monday to get things started, ladies and gentlemen. I had a feeling.
That was pretty amazing, man. I have not actually played that song live or sang it, and it's been at least 6 months.
Wow.
But it was apropos.
Yeah.
Apropos.
Well,
it's all
that's
about
what
the time.
we do. That's what we
It's all
do
about
here at Liberty Radio. We make magic on the daily. People, I don't think people understand that. You see, we broadcast, we cast spells
That's right.
broadly, at least 4 days a week, sometimes more.
Wow, man. Have you ever? Well, yeah, I know you've played World War III.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
many times.
many times. Have you ever played the actual video where it's got the introduction with President Eisenhower, where he's talking about the military-industrial complex of vast proportions?
I don't think so.
Man, that's got to be the way to that's got to be how we end it.
When you put that song out, and especially when it was when it first came out and it was hot, right? And it was just like everybody was playing it.
Yeah.
We weren't even live streaming at that point, so we weren't doing video.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
So
that our video is anything great, but
the awesome thing was for the video, I had this artistic vision that each verse I wanted to show different theaters of war. So, like, during the first verse, I wanted to show World War One, and then during the second verse, I showed actual footage of World War Two. Well, then for World War III, I was like, well, I just got to show like nuclear explosions, and that led me to think, oh man, I got to find that fucking nuclear bomb test footage, right? I got to find those nuclear bomb test videos, right? And so for the first time, I'd only seen him when I was a kid in school, fifth, sixth grade. Again, 85, 86,
yeah, the propaganda films that they used to show us.
Back when I was
There's
in
a
the
long,
Gizmo,
rich history of that, by the way.
I was still into Gizmo and Gremlins and shit like that back then. So
All that shit was filmed at Lookout Mountain.
yeah, so I'm putting this video together and I'm going through and I'm watching the the nuclear bomb footage, and I'm trying to line up the frames and the changing angles with the changes in the song. So, when you get into video editing and you're sitting there watching it at like 1/10 speed or quarter speed, and that's why all of a sudden I was like, "Whoa, whoa, what happened to that fucking truck that was parked there?" Hey, I'm like, "Oh my god. This is like fucking Godzilla special effects. This is a fucking diorama. The fucking smoke isn't even like, come on, man." It just some of it you can't really pick it up where a lot of it has been put into black and white, even though it was filmed in color. But then they've released a bunch of the videos in black and white to
Mhm.
even and they fucked with the frame rates. But when you slow the frame rate down and then you colorize it, well, you don't even have to colorize it. Just when you slow the frame rate down, then you can see it shit ain't making no sense. That's not how smoke moves, and trucks don't vanish 5 frames before the explosion ever even begins. Like, come on. It's very, very poor editing on their part, how
Hmm.
they put these things together. And then like there's video parts of the video where
Well,
the
it was
mannequins
probably
are
done
flying.
by the first or second generation of AI.
Right.
You know,
Um,
like they were
well, I
still
mean,
working out the kinks.
it was the best special effects that they had in the late 50s. And the whole point of the nuclear bomb test videos was to scare Americans and Russians into thinking that we have all this super duper killer arsenal. And there was all this theatrics about nuclear testing everywhere. And the more I watched the lunar landing and the moon videos of the different Apollo missions, and then the bomb testing, and it's like watching some of your favorite fucking science fiction movies that are like 30, 40 years old, and you go back to watch them now, and you're like, oh my god, man, these special effects are fucking busted. You can see the fucking wires, man.
Yeah.
That's a guy in a suit. Come on. That's not a giant fucking radioactive lizard from the Sea of Japan. It's a guy in a fucking suit, man. Fake ass Tokyo subway cars. Not even a good
They were
fucking.
just doing the best they had with what was available
Yeah.
to them at the time. That's all it was.
I'm not mad at them. 1952 Tokyo doing the best they can with the Lionel set.
Yeah,
It's an actual Lionel subway car. So, at least it's the right type of train car.
yeah, yeah. It
But,
keeps the
you know,
continuity.
you look at that footage and like somebody like Yona, I see when Godzilla takes the train off the car and it's got 3 rails and it's suspended and it's a elevated subway like the L in Chicago, which Tokyo has. Well, none of their elevated lines have 3 rails with a rail in the middle. The rail is actually up on a little platform on the left-hand side. And so, and that's the way it's always been. So, when an 8-year-old Yona is watching Godzilla 3, and I noticed that they got the 3rd rail on the subway line in the wrong place. Watching it now, I'm like, "Oh my god, how could they fucking miss that detail?" There is the but and why would I fucking know that? 'Cause I'm a self-admitted, turbo geek, I guess.
Yeah.
Turbo geek.
Well, you do
Super
like
geek.
your trains.
Yeah,
So that makes sense.
no,
But speaking of Japan,
super geek.
oh yeah, uh, the Japanese citizens were all up in arms in this last week. Did you see that? They were protesting, like
Uh-huh.
literally getting together and protesting. Like I don't think I've ever seen a Japanese protest before in my life. In almost 50 years of watching
Well,
crazy shit, I don't
to
think I've
be
ever seen a
fair,
Japanese protest.
there has been constant and growing protests in Okinawa, which is one of the southernmost islands of Japan, the mythical home of Mr. Miyagi Sensei. Wax on, wax
I
off.
thought that was
But
our island. I thought we took that
uh,
from them.
yeah, yeah, it's home to U.S. Marine Corps Base Futenma and several other military bases where they frequently then leave base on the weekends and rape 12-year-old schoolgirls and then dismember them or eat them or whatever. Kind of like what happened to Joe Biden's grandpa when he crash landed over what was it, Papua New Guinea, and the cannibals ate him because
Oh
there were
yeah,
no
yeah,
remains
yeah.
returned.
Sure.
That's what he was saying
Yeah.
the other day. I'm not trying to abandon Japan for cannibal talk because Japanese practiced cannibalism too during World War II. So
Well,
there's
it's
that.
wartime. You do what you got to do, right? I don't think anybody's going to blame them for that. But no, the Japanese are very upset about this World Health Organization pandemic treaty, and they were showing out in numbers to
Well,
let their selected officials know what they thought about it.
Japan rejected the COVID vaccines. Japan
Mm,
had the leading research on some of the, I mean, like in terms of the bioaccumulation study, it was groundbreaking. They took the lead on that. Granted, they still had it; it was still available, but in terms of skepticism, far and wide throughout the public, that information got out there. I mean, that much like the French, when Fauci and crew tried to dump remdesivir onto the French, and the French tested remdesivir. They had it in a 30-day study. They canceled the study after 20 days because they already had deaths. So, kind of like, nah, we don't want this. Um, Granted, they have other things that are, it wasn't just Pfizer, it wasn't just AstraZeneca. There was a Sinovac that China had, Russia had their Sputnik vax, and
yeah, everybody had
um,
their shot.
India's got their vax. Because it's very much coordinated from the world, and I could understand the Japanese public protesting that because in Japan is the center of the fucking world, and Japanese are humans, and anyone that's not Japanese, gaijin des, gaijin. Um, and I'm trying to think what
Briar
gaijin
Rose says hello.
translates into. Gaijin is basically like it's a pejorative term for a foreigner,
Right.
basically
It's like
in
gringo.
Japan. Um, but it's much more demeaning because gaijin is like basically subhuman. Nihonjin is full human. Gaijin subhuman. Yes. Um, it's see my babysitter starting when I was 2 3 years old until I ended up getting into like kindergarten, first grade. The formative years. My babysitter was watashi no obasan fumie. My mom's older brother, my uncle Charlie, was a Marine in Japan. He married my aunt Fumi Sawaji-san from Niigata Prefecture on Honshu Island, and so here I am, 3, 4, 5
Gesundheit.
years old, watching NHK every day on her TV, and she had a Japanese restaurant where she'd make the bento boxes and all that stuff. And so, by the time I got into kindergarten, I could read and write, a bunch of the katakana and some of the kanji characters and stuff. So, if folks were ever wondering how the fuck did Yona end up with all these languages, it's because I was exposed to them during the formative years of normal language learning. If you're exposed to a million fucking languages when you're 2 and 3 years old, that shit sticks with you. If you because I've
I would
gone to try to
imagine.
study. No, I've gone on to study other languages in my older years, and the older I get, um, I would say the harder it gets. But actually, at this point, it's kind of easy. But I didn't want to really say that. But it just, I don't know. It just comes naturally to me. It's one of the things I can do. But it really hinges on the fact, like, if I can't sing in that language, if I can't understand the music in that language, I don't consider myself fluent. And so, whenever I go to learn a new language, the very first thing I do is I start memorizing songs, and then I start building my vocabulary from all the words in the different songs. And then once I've reached a certain point, then when I go to have a conversation with someone in that culture, I can immediately go to this whole library of popular and traditional songs telling traditional stories and legends and, you know, and so it's not only, getting you fluent somewhat in pronunciation, but also in the culture and the popular music, and it gives you more things to talk about with people that speak that language, whether it's some clicking language in Africa or, oh, yeah, I gotta find you the Dwight D. Eisenhower.
All
But
right.
so the protests in Japan, were they just, like, widespread? Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka? Or
Sure. I'm not quite. I don't know. I don't know all the details. Um, I
don't we
just
get a
know
new
that
world,
it was one of
new
those
world
things that
next
was
week
being
or
talked
tomorrow,
about
right?
this week, and the Japanese were not happy. And like I say, I can't ever remember in my lifetime the Japanese citizens coming out and protesting their government. You know, they in my experience, they were always some of the most docile people on the
I just had
planet. You know,
I just had the greatest
very
idea.
compliant, very introverted in a lot of ways.
Well, that's why the Japanese subway system works so well, because they all stay in line and they all move in tandem and they're so fucking polite. It is the most obedient society on earth, the
Yeah,
Japanese society.
obedient. That's a good word for it.
It's crazy, man. They call it polity or politeness or social noise. They're obedient as fuck. It's pretty wild.
Right.
But I just had the most amazing idea. We have to get
Lay it
you
on me.
we have to get you on an episode of New World next week with James Corbett and James Pilato,
Why? What's the purpose?
because there would be three fucking Jameses at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
I don't know if the internet is prepared for that.
Didn't
Uh,
it work for Tony? You remember that group, right?
that was a different time. That was a simpler time, Yona.
I mean, how do you have your Belle Biv
Things are
DeVoe
very complicated now.
and your Boys Two Men without your Tony, man?
Like I say, I don't know if the world is ready for all the Jameses.
James.
That's right.
And if only you
I mean,
could do it on the
it's
River
actually
James.
only ever happened one time, and most people don't even know that it happened. So, like, it could be a huge shock to the world. I don't know if I want to be responsible for that.
Israel airstriking Syria and Iraq and Iran right the fuck now. I want to say it's a big shock, but then that wouldn't be a fact. I would be dishonest in saying so. I'm not shocked. Um, a little bit genuinely surprised it took this long. So there's that.
Hmm.
Because they're just basically absolutely desperate to start World War III. It's the only way
Well,
Netanyahu
yeah.
stays in power. As soon as the war's over, he's gone. It's like on the Apollo in Harlem, man. Here comes the sheep hook, buddy. Your ass is gone. Next act. But, at this point, seems like the next act for Israel is hmm. Israel's going to go the way of Prussia. Prussia with a
Kind
P.
of seems that way, doesn't it?
Point to me
Almost
on the
like
map.
they've run this game before.
Yeah,
And so they have like a game plan that they have set up, and they're just executing the game plan.
and when it's all said and done, there's not going to be any Prussia anymore. Syria is going to border Egypt, just like Poland borders Germany. Where's Prussia? It's Dagansk or Gdansk. I mean, Skonskis, Gdanskis, or yeah. I'm talking about the area around Gdansk, Gdansk, Gdansk,
Easy for you
Gdansk,
to say.
Gdansk. God, gotta love those languages, man. Gotta love the languages. Oh yeah, I've got it, man. I keep forgetting to do this. Let's see.
What's up?
Let's go to Rumble. There we go. All right, and I'm looking for World War III. Oh man.
Well, I was just
Oh
looking.
boy.
I was looking to see when Mercury comes out of retrograde, and it's not until the 24th. So there's going to be even more insanity
Oh,
between now and then. That'll be a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Jesus, I'm all the way up to 14 pages on this fucking Rumble channel. Jesus Christ.
Wow. That's impressive.
Wow.
Good
Is that
job.
like 200 fucking. There it is. World War III Save Our Economy. Is this the one with Eisenhower?
Yeah, it's amazing when the internet works these days, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, I found it. Oh my God. All right, so I'm sending it to Discord. All right.
Oh, we're going to play it?
Well, I'm just getting it over to you because I figure that's the best way to play out the show.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's a great
That would be good.
cherry, you know,
That would be good. Yeah.
because now you got the live fucking on the spot, just whimsical performance,
Which is
and
what
then
people tune in for.
you'll get that studio crisp fucking 2-year-old unmastered fucking. Oh wow. Oh man, I gotta give this song to fucking Dead Fella and Dr. Dennis, man.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna have to do a Red Fella remix of World War III now, since it's actually happening now. This is exciting.
Yeah.
Can't
But
wait for MREs and
we
war
are.
rations. This is gonna be awesome.
Well, that's when you do a weekly show. That's what happens. You end up making history whether you try to do it or not.
Yeah.
That is one thing that I learned from being a viewer. It's also why I picked Thursday nights for us to get together, because it is the most exciting night on the internet. I don't know if folks were aware of that or not.
Just
Like
remember,
Thursday is the day that it all goes down.
Thursday's the new Friday. Forget about TGIF.
Yeah.
It's so happy it's Thursdays. SHIT, because poop.
Yeah.
So happy it's Thursdays. Shit, it ain't Friday. Who cares?
Yeah.
Weekend starts
I
now,
would
motherfucker.
prefer Thursday is the shit, but you know.
Yeah. Thursday's the shit. So
Yeah,
happy
tits.
it's Thursday.
Yeah. Because Thursday is tits. Thursday is the shit.
So, I feel like we can finally pirouette over to the Ukraine. You know, I've mentioned
Oh, go
Ukraine
for it. I
on
got
several
nothing.
shows now. And I just mentioned Ukraine again. Okay, moving on. What else you got?
No, I
Fuck,
got
I did it
nothing on
again.
Ukraine. Yeah.
Fuck,
No.
I did it again. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Ukraine. No, I'm not. Next, I feel sorry for the civilians, but
How do you do this? All right. How do you go into a special military operation, okay, and come out the other side of it 2 years later with 15% more military force than you went into it with? How do you do that? How's that work?
that's called winning. That's called winning.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
Hopefully the AI finds that one and clips it out, because that would be good if TikTok allows us to put it up.
I guess I'm going to dedicate a song to the one affectionately known as Cokie Smurf. Good old Voldemir
Sure,
Zelensky,
sure.
because at this point he's pretty much dancing by himself.
Well, yeah. I mean, nobody wants to send him any more money, because look at what he's done with it so far. It's just gone up his nose. Like everything, all the money was $100 billion.
It's not all gone up his nose. Have you seen his wife? She's had a lot of work done. Anyways,
Yeah, but not $100 billion worth.
Ted, honestly, have you seen his pictures of the wife lately? You really
I
should.
haven't. No, my algorithm keeps feeding me fucking Macron and
Uh,
his husband.
oh no, you got to check out Zelensky's
I
broads.
can't,
Oh my
there's nothing I
god,
can do about it. That's what I get fed.
it's the T and A and all that all day.
They're like, you have to look at this, whether you want to or not.
But then you got to go to the before pictures when they first got together, when Zelensky was still an actor, and as an actor, he was playing the role of president of the Ukraine, and just happened to go from pretending to be president of Ukraine to replacing Petro Poroshenko, who replaced Viktor Yanukovych, who was thrown out of office by the CIA, pretty much. Well,
But
it was
it's
the
what they
Maidan
do.
coup, but I
Yeah.
mean, there you go. So, all right. So, what I'm going to do here, I will turn my microphone on mute, and then you can play the solo choreo, and I'll get the feedback from the live stream, and that way we won't have the echo, because we're professionals here, folks.
Right.
We know what we're doing. All right.
What are we doing?
Solo choreo,
What?
Billy Idol. Here you go. Dancing with myself. Bam.
Oh, is that what you, what? Is that what you sent me? I thought you sent me something else. No, you sent me something else. What are you doing?
Oh wait. Oh no, did I not send that song?
Where?
6 minutes and 45
Oh,
seconds.
I got, all right. No, it should feed back when you, all right, hold on. So I have to go back over here.
Oh, maybe I can share it. Screen share. Yeah, let me try that.
Live radio, ladies and gentlemen.
Discord. Share. Share audio. No, I don't need to share the audio. I'm just playing a song. Oh wait, I probably should share the audio. But you don't want to share the actual video of this, just the sound.
Just the sound.
There's nothing to see. So let's see if it works.
Oh, wow. Hold up.
Well, it would be nice if it was at 0.
Where did it go?
Okay, let me try again. Okay.
See, this is what I'm talking about, Big H. Everything went to shit while you were at the Stabbing Westward concert.
What was it
I hope that
working?
was fun. It was. I got something, and now I don't have anything. I don't know what's going on.
Because I stopped it again.
Oh.
Because when I heard you talking, I thought, oh shit, maybe he's not hearing it.
There's not. We're not getting anything. That's the thing.
Right.
It's gone.
Because I stopped it.
Well, no, it's just not even there. Like you can see, it's not even on the screen.
Oh.
Like there's just nothing there.
Let me try again. Screen share, Discord, share. Now let me go back over here. Oh, there it is. Major High Yona. All right, do you see it over there now?
No. I don't even know how you're doing that.
I got powered by Streamlabs. Well, see if you can't play it from your end. And let me stop sharing. I definitely do not have a music video for that song. I just finished making it about 30 seconds before I logged on here.
Ah. Well, why don't we save it for next week then?
There you go.
That seems like that would be the more prudent thing to do.
Yeah.
While we're still figuring out this new
technology.
We do it live,
After
ladies and
all,
gentlemen, in case you hadn't noticed.
the Zelensky is kind of being preempted by World War III, and you would have thought that World War III would have started in the Ukraine with a hot war between the US and Russia through NATO proxies and
No,
actual
no,
Russian
no, no.
troops and actual American troops, but no, nope. You forgot about Justin Bibi Netanyahu. That's right, the Biebs
Yeah. Well,
laying it down,
it's
buddy.
always been about Iran, hasn't it?
Yep.
Like Iran is the stepping stone to China.
I mean,
You
who
have
can forget
to,
John McCain's number one hit? On now that's what I call music '69. Bomb, bomb, bomb,
right.
bomb, bomb, Iran. Um, yeah, yeah. There's that. Wow.
I don't know. None of it surprises me at all. I would like to say that it does, but it doesn't. It's just exactly what I have expected so far. And this latest escalation is going to have a chain reaction. This is what they want. This is exactly what they want. They want the world in a perpetual state of fear so that they can roll out the solution, which is your one world governance through the United Nations.
I gotta say, man,
But you got to
my
have
heart rate's up. I'm feeling it, man. This is fucking intense, man. This shit's for fucking real, man. Shit's fucking going down, man.
yeah.
Wow, wow.
Well, I mean, this is part of the roadmap of Agenda 2030. Is you have to have these international conflicts in order for the UN to step in and resolve them. Like, it ain't going to
Problem,
be like everything's
solution.
supposed to be all hunky dory for the common folk by the time we get to 2030 either. It's going to be an even shittier world than what we have now, according to what the agenda lays out. So I don't understand why more people aren't doing something other than the status quo. We had freaking tax day on Monday, and all I saw was people fucking all day long. Oh, I paid my tax. I did it months ago. I did it weeks ago. That's how
I
they
don't know.
keep the fucking illusion going, people.
I don't know how many times, at least 3 or 4 different times, because I used to be a regular voter and I voted every year, multiple times a year, in all the local elections and everything. As I was, I've gone through on previous episodes about my upbringing and my parents and all that. So, anyways, back to the current thing, because no need to review. If you need to go through all those other ancient Yona political stories that get fact harder in the previous episodes, it's up there on the web, so you can go through it. So, moving on, I would go to vote and get done. I've already walked and stood in line, showed my ID, and signed on the book, and then gone over there and fucked with the machine and get done. And then, of course, when you go to walk out, there's the old lady there with the sticker book. And she opens up the sticker book and she gives me a sticker. And sometimes they'd actually put it on me. It's like, you want a sticker? Yeah. It's
Wow.
the only fucking reason I came to vote. Now I've got a sticker on my fucking clothes with a big check mark on it that says, I voted. Now I can tell everybody I obey because I like it. I believe Santa Claus is my homie. If it wasn't for all those elves, I wouldn't have shit. Believe everything I'm sold. There
That's
you go.
right. And if voting doesn't work the first time,
Try harder.
vote harder. That's right.
Vote so hard you unelect the deep state. And good luck.
It's like I tell people on Twitter all the time. Vote harder. I just know it's going to work this time.
And,
What is the
when
definition
people,
of insanity?
here's the thing, people want to poo poo the lesser of two evils argument. Okay. If you know you're stuck in perpetual fucking slavery and you're given a choice of two new masters, one has softer whips and longer chains and longer brakes. The other one has shorter, thinner whips that really fucking sting and shorter chains and no brakes. So you tell me that democracy's broken. Of course you have a chance to vote for, more straw in every bed, longer chains so that you literally are getting more freedom. You know what I'm saying? You can beat down a circle path around where you're staked in the ground instead of a 10-foot radius, 12-foot radius.
Yeah.
More freedom. I'm saying keep voting. Vote for the kinder master. And that way we can all make slavery better.
Well, I think
See?
I think it's ridiculous the choices that people are being given today. But that's because I'm old enough to remember when it was basically a choice between better cocaine or better heroin.
And now it's a choice
But I'm
between
kind of old.
I mean, at this point, we're looking at you can pick an 80-year-old racist, pedophile, womanizing shitbag or an 80-year-old racist, pedophile, womanizing shitbag.
That's
One
right.
was a New York Democrat his whole life and became a Republican. And the other one is a Delaware Republican who's pretended to be a Democrat all his life.
Right.
But they're both
Also an
80-year-old.
underboss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're,
Give him
they're,
his
but,
due.
there's, and, I can't compare this to the South Park episode of Giant Douche versus Turd Sandwich because in this case, they're both turd sandwiches
Yeah.
in an adult diaper.
But most people don't know that Joseph Robinette Biden is a made
Junior.
man. Yeah.
Junior.
Yeah, he's a made man. That means you can't touch him. And I believe he did that deal back in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken.
There's no doubt in my mind. I've heard many other
Fact check me on that. I fucking dare you.
I've heard many other people throw this out that the flourish of the Trump election, which I honestly, I I really do think that the Trump election was a surprise. I really do think it was a surprise.
Why?
I mean, I wasn't surprised. Seemed kind of obvious it was going to happen, but to those NPCs, to those vote blue, no matter whose, it was a complete total shock and surprise. Apparently,
Well, yeah, because they exist in a fantasy world.
yeah, they live in a bubble, and
So all
and they got a
reality
reality
is
check.
going to be a shock to them.
But when it came to Biden and the so-called inauguration, this whole military installation and parade that masqueraded as a peaceful transfer of power. I mean, I don't know how you have 35,000 troops there and walls and concrete and razor wire and, you know, MP checkpoints everywhere and call it a peaceful transfer of power. What the fuck ever, man. So I know I keep talking about that because I can't let go. Just can't let go of it, man. You know, and so the fact that Biden and Harris, the shits and giggles clown show, that they've been, what's a good word? Foisted with an F, foisted upon the public by the deep state as the single most popular electoral ticket in American voting history. 81 million motherfucking votes.
That's right. 81
Bullshit.
million votes, Yona.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's always three times.
Most popular president in history, Yona.
Yeah.
George
And then all
Washington
of a
didn't get
sudden,
81 million votes.
all of
Abraham
a sudden,
Lincoln did not get 81 million votes. Even Woodrow fucking Wilson did not get 81 million votes, Yona. How can you argue with the numbers? You can't. You just can't.
and if you figure 81 million votes out of a country of, well, let's see, about 340 million people, well, that means that almost 25% of the population
That's right.
voted for him. And the other 75% apparently is losing faith and confidence in the elfin labor of the North Pole.
No, no, actually, their votes got lost in the mail. Yeah. They just never reached their final destination. It's sad. It's unfortunate. There, it might have, made a difference, but, rules are rules.
It's amazing how all of the sudden, from being this 81 million vote winning super popular president, that within just months and really all throughout his, um, I don't want to say term, let's call it reign. But now, see, I don't want to say that either because it's not a presidential term. He wasn't inaugurated, and it's not a reign because it's not like he's ruling. Um, Time at the helm. There you go. That'll
Yeah,
work.
I mean
Time at
that's pretty much what it is, or
time.
that's what the public is supposed to think,
'Cause
right? The
he's
the
just
public is
basically
like the
a complete
captain behind the
bobblehead.
wheel steering the ship, right? He's making it go left and he's making it go right, and he's turning it into the bridge. And look what happens next. But no, that's not actually how it works. That's
Do
again,
do
that's part of the fairy tale that they install into your brain in public school.
I feel like since we're in a
He's a
catch
CEO
22,
like any other. He's just the best salesman on the team at the moment.
well,
That's
that's
all it
what I
is.
mean. All the presidents since Dwight D. Eisenhower, well, I guess, yeah, even Kennedy. I mean, all the presidents, well, really since Kennedy, have been really the leading salesman for the defense industry. To the point I can remember Trump in the White House holding up big poster boards next to MBS and the Saudi crew, um, you know, uh, I mean, extolling the virtues of all the jobs that this weapons deal with these crazy fucking Wahhabis that are turning Mecca into Las Vegas. But whatever, man. Whatever. Whatever. Lawrence of Arabia. Way to go. Way to go, England. I blame the Saudis on the fucking British, man. Because
Well, you
yeah,
have
you
every
actually have to
right
go back
to.
to World War One, and
Yeah.
because it was the Ottoman Empire. You had the Hejaz Railway, and I know I'm just throwing facts out here. It's just that it's
Well,
the
yeah, the
problem is
whole
when
the
people talk
Lawrence of
about the Middle
Arabia
East.
bullshit. Yeah.
They talk about the Middle East, and it's like, well, are you starting on October the 7th? Are you going to start 1948? Are you going to start 1912? Are you going to start, during the Masjid period? Or are you going to go back to the Crusades? I mean, how many times have the Europeans invaded fucking the quote unquote Holy Land and tried to say it's something else when, I mean, it's pretty much there was Egypt and then
Hmm.
Syria, and Jordan and Lebanon are part of Syria. There was Egypt, Syria, and Turkey. Palestine was a part of Syria. And that's why today in Jordan and Syria and Lebanon is most of your Palestinian refugees staying with their fellow Assyrians or Syrian Arabs, um, Arabs that border the Mediterranean, basically.
It's like the most fought over real estate on the planet. Period. Why?
Because of the Crusades.
But
They
I'm saying,
keep
what makes this land so fucking special?
it's the
Other
magic
than
book.
what people say, the value that it supposedly holds, which seems like it's kind of pretty damn difficult to grow anything.
Well, if you go back to the days of Tyre and Sidon with the ancient Phoenicians, I mean, you know, the Phoenicians invented our fucking most of our alphabet that we use. We get phonetics from the Phoenicians. I mean, uh, the Phoenicians literally invented fun. Life would still suck if it wasn't for the Phoenicians. I mean, they're expert sailors. They dominated culture. A lot of the culture in the Etruscan culture,
I'm
which
gonna let that
predates
one
the Roman
slide.
Empire, again comes from the Phoenicians. This is more of a Senna type discussion because Senna
It
is
really
fucking.
is. It really
She is
is.
the
Yeah.
the Aegean genius when it comes to that little pond. Because you've got the Aegean, which because the Mediterranean Sea is big, but parts of the Mediterranean are called other things. Like as you go up toward the Dardanelles and the Bosporus, which is the little isthmus, the little strait of water that connects over to the Black Sea from
Hmm.
the Mediterranean Sea. That part with all those Greek islands, and that's the Aegean. And then you go on the other side between Greece and Italy, and you've got the Mare Adriatico, the Adriatic Sea, and then you go to the other side of the side of the that Italy is kicking with its boot as it's kicking that football, which is Syria. I mean Sicily. And then up above it, you got the islands of Sardinia and Corsica, and that's all called the Mediterraneo or the
Mediterranean.
No, the Tyrrhenian Sea.
Ah.
Tyhrr. We're getting fact hard, folks. And then you get down by the Balearic Islands, like Ibiza. It's a Z, but it's that Southern Spanish accent or Spanish because
You do it so much better than I do. Yeah.
Andalucía,
I
como el
can't do that
gran
one.
ciudad, cerca la ciudad,
Yeah.
con el feteo propio. It's like if Mike Tyson spoke Spanish, pretty much. Andalusia or Andalusia, southern Spain, like Seville and Valencia and Madrid. It was the same thing with the fucking Madrileños.
Yeah.
Buenos dias, bro.
Yeah. Dude, did you see the video of Dubai after their little rainstorm?
No.
You didn't see that. Oh, holy shit.
Wait a second.
I gotta
Now,
go and find it then.
just because the Dubai put in sanitary sewers as an afterthought,
Uh-oh.
surely they didn't skip on all of these highways and not put in any stormwater pipe.
Oh, no, they didn't have any of that shit. Because it's desert, right? Like, it doesn't rain in the desert.
No shock to me then. Dubai, again, there's these things called culverts and utilities and pipes and stuff that basic civilizations have, and you can't just build a fucking Burj Khalifa and maintain a fleet of 15,000 septic trucks, and then, of course, you have no storm sewers, no retention basins, no nothing, and then, oh wow, are, are those camels surfing?
Kind
Holy
of looks
shit!
like it, doesn't it?
Oh my god, it's carrying the camel. Can camels swim? It's it's
I don't
drowning
know.
fucking
I have
camels.
no idea.
Oh wow, bro, the dude's still in
Let
his
me
whip.
actually, yeah, let me see. I might be able to find something better
And of
on
course, I
YouTube.
swear to God, it is
Because, of course, Twitter's format just sucks.
oh, he's on the roof now. Bro, you need to abandon your white terrorist Toyota pickup truck there in the desert, man.
Well, this is nice. The computer is actually struggling right now, so hopefully we can break something before we go off the air tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 1 day ago. Let's see.
I think we
Years worth
have
of
played the
rain caused
Dubai poop
major
truck
flash
song
flooding in
on Get
Dubai.
Back Carter
Roads turned into
previously.
rivers and water rushed into
You go to
homes and
previous
businesses.
audio,
Nearly 4 inches of
previous
rain fell
episode
in
to
just
find
12
that.
hours yesterday.
A
That's around what
year's
Dubai
worth of
measures in an
rain
entire year. That's according to United Nations
causes
data.
major flooding
Rain
in
fell
Dubai.
so fast that people were forced to abandon
Looks
their
like,
cars. Dubai International Airport, which is the second busiest in the
well,
world,
on a bright
stopped
side,
operations for a while as the
Etihad, that's
tarmac was underwater.
Etihad,
Jeff,
Etihad Railways, that's the railways of the Emirates, is now complete. And so you now have freight and passenger rail on standard gauge rail, continuous welded rail on concrete sleepers, connecting Abu Dhabi with Dubai and all the parts of the Emirates. Massive, hundreds of miles of network, all built in the last 4 years, 5 years.
Wow.
They kicked
That's
ass.
impressive.
They kicked absolute ass.
It looks
And
like this
Saudi
storm
Arabia,
kicked their ass.
Saudi Arabia has a lot of standard gauge rail too. And so it's amazing all of these infrastructure projects with freeways and skyscrapers and subways and all this stuff to then find out, oh, they're now having to dig up all of the streets to put in sewer pipes because they never had a sewage treatment plant. Kind of oops, forgot. And now that they've had a flood like this, they're going to figure out, I guess that's why all the other cities along the curb where the road meets the sidewalk, and the sidewalk's just a little bit higher than the road, and between the
Hmm.
sidewalk and the road is this thing called the curb, like CURB, and every so often in other places there's these holes in the curb with like metal grills and stuff where like the raccoons and the possums go run down and where the fucking
Hmm.
water goes.
Yeah.
Curb inlets,
Yeah.
curb drains
Yeah. To get rid of the water.
to get rid of the water. But if you
Right.
have no curb drains, if you have no sewage pipe, you have no sanitary sewer, no storm sewer, no sewer pipes, then that happens. You have to maintain a fleet of 15,000 septic tank trucks, and every time it rains, everywhere's flooded because you didn't put in culverts or drains.
Yeah. City of the future. That
Yeah,
Dubai right there. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, city of the future.
I guess that's what happens when you have more money than sense. I don't know. I've never been in that position, so I honestly don't know.
Same thing has happened with many carpenters. Shout out to Steve Poikinen, where you go into a house and the homeowners have decided to come at it with their own custom blueprints. And so, going through the blueprints,
Nice. The
looking at,
homeowner's an architect, right?
yeah, 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 and did it on their own 3D home architect software. And so, you're going
Wow.
through and you're counting up studs, and nails, and boards. And I need this
That's
much two
super
by
impressive.
four, and I need 6 by 6. I'm gonna have floor joists here, and yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you're looking at electrical system and plumbing, and then you're like looking for the furnace and the air conditioner and the HVAC runs to floor ducts and ceiling ducts, and there's no HVAC anywhere. And so then you ask the homeowners, you're like, are you aware that climate changes so fast these days that we have 4 different climates every year?
Crazy.
Winter
Isn't it
climate,
crazy?
spring climate, fall climate. I skip summer climate because it's just summer all the time, right? Anyways, never gets cold.
In some places, only in
Never
some
rains.
places. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like in Dubai, it never rains
Right.
until yesterday. Surprise. Um,
But they totally weren't trying to fuck with the weather or anything, Yona. That's not what not it it isn't what the cause of the flood was. It of course, as everybody knows, it was racism.
I just really hope they don't fuck with the rain cloud over the Charleston National Weather Service area. I really don't want to see 6 inches of rain hit Bristol, Virginia, or Huntington, West Virginia in 2 hours because it will kill thousands of people.
You think?
Because if we get 6 inches of rain in 2 hours, that's all it'll take. Because there's nowhere for the fucking water to go when it comes straight down the side of a fucking mountain and straight into a narrow fucking valley with stone banks, and there's nowhere for it to go but just climb the fucking banks and then just bulldoze everyone all the way down the valley. Rantcast was talking about this, or who was it? Maybe it was on Town Hall. Johnstown flood, Johnstown, Pennsylvania,
Hmm.
where
That might have been Rant.
yeah, Rockefeller bought the dam and the lake, and then the dam blew open and then wiped out, killed I don't know how many thousands of people, literally wiped Jonestown off the fucking, just looked like bulldozers
The
lined
first
up their
time.
blades.
It was the first Jonestown massacre.
It actually, Johnstown,
Johnstown.
Pennsylvania.
Ah, damn it. We were so close.
Oh, sorry. Jonestown, different one,
Right.
and different Kool-Aid. Johnstown, the pictures after it happened looks like fucking Gaza, most of Gaza.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's
Because they had a
water.
lot of stone buildings. A lot of stone buildings. There's a lot of money in Johnstown. And all these stone buildings are fucking just leveled, like they were ran over by bulldozers. Crazy.
Well, yeah, because the water picks up everything and just it goes with the water.
Yeah.
And so you got buildings slamming into buildings and, rocks slamming into buildings and buildings slamming into rocks. And we haven't even started talking about the trees.
Survivors of the Johnstown flood say that when the flood rounded the valley around this horseshoe bend of the canyon, that it had a tidal wave that was about 60 feet high.
Oh my.
And then the water behind it was just 60 feet higher all the way back for several miles. And so it was just like a vertical wall of water that just fucking hit them, that's 60 foot tall, taller than the tallest buildings in town. And of course, the leading edge of it, again, trees, concrete, debris, railroad rails, everything. All part of it just churning its way down the fucking valley. God damn.
Damn. That must have been something to witness from a safe distance.
And we get 6 inches of rain in 2 hours in every one of these fucking Appalachian canyons. And that's what every fucking holler will be spitting out fucking houses and trailers, kids and wives and families. Be fucking terrible. Really don't want to see that happen around here.
I don't think you have to worry about it because that's not the type of engineering that they've been doing over top of the United States.
No.
See, and because they were trying to make it rain in Dubai, because I guess they want to alter the local climate or something. I don't exactly understand what it is that they're trying to do, because it's always been desert, and until there's any sort of major geological shift that happens, it's probably going to remain desert because that's just the zone that it's occupying right now. I don't see that there's really a whole lot you can do to affect that. But here in the United States, what they're doing with the geoengineering is they're actually creating droughts. Similar to what we saw in the 1920s and early 1930s in the Midwest with the Dust Bowl. That's what they're trying to create.
they've got a Dust Bowl going on right now between Madrid and Seville and Valencia.
Yeah.
Remember, I was talking about the Mike Tyson Spanish they speak down there in Andalusia, southern Spain. Um, it's basically like the Sahara Desert has jumped across from Ceuta, Africa, over to Gibraltar, and then worked its way up through southern Spain. And southern Spain is just completely desertified. It's a desertification process. And I mean, when my wife and I took the AVE train from Madrid to Barcelona, Sants Station, from the um, I can't remember the name of the station we left at in Madrid, but the one
Oh, you were on such a
downtown.
roll too.
But we landed at Barajas Airport, and then we had to transfer over there to the main ash because there's two stations in Madrid, one on the north side of the town and the one right in the middle of town. And so, we left from there on the Ave, and soon as we got to the outskirts of Madrid, and there's no longer just parking lot and landscaping everywhere, fucking sand dunes and desert on both sides, all the way to Barcelona. And I was just like, and I've seen like farms and entire fucking olive groves and shit just buried in sand dunes. And because the wind is blowing these sand dunes literally from south to north. It's literally Saharan winds and just they're fucked.
Hmm.
Fucked.
It sounds
Pretty
like
bad.
their biosphere is starting to change then. Something's shifting.
I mean,
If it's starting to become more arid.
the they've got the same issue with the Gobi Desert up in China there, going over to
I heard, yeah, the
Xinjiang
Gobi is
province
advancing, right?
where where the infamous Uyghurs or Uyghurs or Wiggers or whatever they're called out there in western China in Xinjiang province.
Uyghurs. No,
Uyghur.
Uyghur is somebody different.
Yeah, Uyghur. And Uyghur is humans into like horse sex and stuff. This is
Right.
Uyghurs, Chinese Uyghurs,
Right.
Gobi Desert. And so China's been trying to stop the desertification with massive planting, and they've had some success. Spain hasn't really taken it on much. It's really incredible to me the high speed rail network that Spain has been able to build. Um, Phenomenal considering how broke the country is, and just like it's really sad.
Hmm.
But it's really ever since the Franco regime, there's still all these Francoists in power, especially today. I mean, it's
Oh, Lord.
incredibly authoritarian.
Does that
And
mean we're going to be dealing with Biden cronies for like generations now?
yeah,
Oh, fuck.
yeah, yeah. Speaking of which, I do think we should include in Get Back Harder 22 the actual audio or video or both of Biden talking about dear old Papa Biden and his untimely demise at the hands of Pacific Islander
Oh,
cannibals.
my uncle was killed by cannibals.
Yeah,
I don't know if we can find that
be-
one or not. I don't know. We'll see.
because that really makes me nostalgic for the old Biden gaffe back when it was Vice President Biden. And, oh no, Biden made another gaffe, President Obama. What do you have to say about it? Well, Joe's going to be Joe. Oh. So Briar Rose really likes the top of that chair.
Yeah, she likes to be up high. She's one of those kind of women.
I can relate. I really do like to be up high.
All right, so I got a minute. Did you hear the audio on the last one?
No.
Damn.
Oh, no. I did hear the audio on the last clip. Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. With the one with Dubai?
Yes. I heard the rainstorms and all that.
Okay, cool.
That came
Awesome.
through fine.
Awesome. That was how it was supposed to work then.
There it is, eaten by cannibals.
Yeah, hold on.
Yes.
Back when D-Day occurred,
The same thing that
and
happened
on
to
Sunday, the
Verrazano,
next
for whom the
day,
Verrazano
my mother's
Narrows
4
Bridge
brothers
was
all
named.
went down to the recruiting
Verrazano
station to
Strait
join the
between
military.
Staten Island and Fourth
Every one of
Place.
them volunteered. And my uncle,
It's
they
on
called
mute.
him
Oh,
Ambrose
there you
Brosey, they called him Bosey. My Uncle Bosey was a hell of an athlete, they tell me, when he was a kid. And he became an Army Air Corps before the Air Force came along. He flew those single-engine planes as reconnaissance over war zones. And he got shot down in New Guinea, and they never found the body because there were a lot of cannibals for real in that part of New Guinea. Back when D-Day occurred, and on Sunday, the next day, my mother's 4 brothers all went down to the recruiting station to join the military. Every one of them volunteered.
Oh, that's feedback
And
from
my
your
They
thing.
called him Ambrose Brosey. They called
That's
him
what that
Bosey.
is.
My Uncle Bosey was a hell of an athlete, they tell me, when he was a kid.
I heard it. No,
And he
I couldn't
became
hear it
an Army Air
over
Corps before
the
the Air Force came along. He flew the
It wasn't coming
Streamlabs.
through. Oh, probably. Yeah. It's shit.
But
So that
and
means
so
every time I switch off, I have to go back in. Let me double check just to see.
and because I noticed, oh shit, I'm talking and he's talking, and then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, so I
Yeah.
stopped
So it looks like
talking,
every time I switch off of that, I have to go back in and set it back up so that it's broadcasting the audio from it. Wow, that's a pain in the ass. But I
Well,
guess
anyways,
we'll live with it. Sorry about that.
the actual content of what he was talking about was vintage Biden gap. But I gotta say, the delivery, man, is he in bad shape. The dementia is getting worse.
Oh, you think that was
Much
actually
worse.
him?
Well, the real Biden's dead. This is just one of the aging clones. They clone people now.
You think it was a clone? I think it's just an actor. I think it's an actor wearing a mask. Because there's
Remember
there's
Saddam
different
Hussein?
Biden voices.
When we were going after Saddam Hussein and we finally found him in the spider hole or whatever they called it, and they pulled him out
Yeah,
of
they
the ground.
called it a spider hole.
Spider hole.
Yeah.
They ended up executing him after they had a sham trial. But anyways, once CIA, always CIA, right, Saddam? So Saddam Hussein had all these different body doubles to like throw him off, like what was it, like 30
As
different
you
body
do.
doubles.
Yeah. I mean, if you've
And
got
so-
that much money and that much power, you don't want to give anyone an easy target. Jesus, have you read history?
Remember the first time we learned that, quote unquote, Biden at the quote unquote Oval Office, and someone on the camera pulled the camera back too far, and we actually saw that it was on a stage set,
Yeah.
and it was just that one room, and it was in a building
It was the
across
White House
the
set.
street,
Yeah.
and it was the White House set, and we learned that, and we're like, well, if he's
It's
there
across the street.
if he's
Sure it
there
is.
doing that, who's actually at the red phone in the actual White House right now?
Doesn't matter.
Because the truth is, do we have time to get to Raven Rock Mountain Complex? We better save that for episode 23. Yeah.
If you
It's a
want
dumb
to.
conspiracy. It's a dumb conspiracy when you get into the whole deep underground military bases and tunnels and Cheyenne Mountain and Fort Carson, because those places don't actually exist. Never mind. We'll get to it later.
Right.
Moving on.
Right. I never delivered pizza to Mount Weather.
That's right.
Never happened because Mount Weather doesn't exist.
And there's also no national data center at beautiful Bluffdale, Utah. Hi, guys. Anyway,
Yeah, they'll be taken over any day now, according to Edward Snowden.
by the way,
we're-
to the two guys that are in charge of the detail, over the Yona, because unfortunately with the languages there's a whole detail because you got to have different linguists. Um, and you're welcome. What do you guys want on your pizza? Back to you, Drizzle.
Yeah. We've only got about 15 minutes left. And I had a reminder on here from our post production meeting from last week that I was supposed to remind you to talk about Alabama this week. You remember that?
Yeah.
Do we have time to get into Alabama?
Tommy Tuberville, Tuscaloosa, Mobile. Man, so much fucking history there in Alabama, you know. Well, we have to start with Tuscaloosa himself, the Black Warrior, the leader of the Mobile tribe, which in Spanish, the Mobile were called the Mobila, and the Mobila is now known as Mobile, Alabama.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And at one time, there was a lot of elephant meat coming in from Africa into the port of Mobile, Alabama, and they would slaughter the elephants in Mobile for the elephant meat. And they slaughtered so many elephants and dumped so much elephant blood into Mobile Bay that when the high tide would roll in from the Gulf, uh, it was a crimson tide of elephant blood. Hence, the University of Alabama is known as the Crimson Tide, and its mascot is an elephant. Again, that's why you come here to get fact hard, folks. So, anyhow, Mobile tribe, Tuscaloosa. So, Hernan de Soto, conquistador from Spain, decided to try to colonize North America. He was going to conquer North America, and he's the first Spaniard that Cherokee Nation met. You know, he began his foray down in Tampa with lots of razorback hogs and all kinds of animals and dogs, horses, cows that he brought along with because it was a colonization expedition. They went from Tampa up through modern day Savannah all the way to modern day Charleston, South Carolina, where they're looking for the lady Copita Checky. They finally met up with us Cherokee at Chiaha, which is in near the Smoky Mountains, not far from Paint Town, home of my Paint clan. Shout out Ani Wody. Um, and uh, and at that point, you know, we got them to go on their way because they would every town they came to, we were already deserted. We were 3 steps ahead of them. So DeSoto then encounters the Coosa Kingdom, and they had too organized of a military force for him to really conquer the Coosas. And so he kind of angled around and went down toward Natchez, Mississippi, and then cut back toward Mobile, where he encountered the Mobile tribe led by their chief Tuscaloosa, which is in their language, you know, Tuscaloosa means uh, black warrior. And so, you know, really, really tall, muscular, dark skinned Indians. And they absolutely decimated DeSoto and his forces. And in fact, Tuscaloosa injured DeSoto with a poison arrow that had been dipped in the back of one of the poisonous frogs. And then he ended up getting a gangrenous wound in his leg. And his forces limped in defeat from Mobile, Alabama, up through Biloxi, Mississippi, and then all the way onto the Mississippi. And then they went up the Mississippi and then up the Arkansas River up to modern day Pine Bluff, Arkansas, just outside of Little Rock, where DeSoto finally died from his infected wounds. And the survivors of the DeSoto expedition at that point, I think about a dozen, maybe 12 or 15 survived out of what began, I think it was like almost 4,000. Oh my.
That's
And
impressive.
the stragglers lashed together a raft and sailed down to Veracruz, Mexico, and back to Spain and told their story. And no one else from Spain ever came north again.
I guess not.
There were
I don't
three
think I would
failed.
either.
There were actually three failed expeditions sent by the Spanish into the southeast United States, into the Virginias and the Carolinas, and Florida, Mississippi, and they all failed terribly. You have the Panfilo de Narvaez expedition where pretty much Alvaro Nunez Cabeza de Vaca is the only one who survives. Good old cowhead, and and then you've got even the Ponce de Leon expeditions failed. I mean, he's looking for La Fontana de Juventud, the fountain of
Mm.
eternal youth. Never found it, but he did found St. Augustine, which is considered to be the oldest city in America. So, just ignore Cahokia and all the other ancient cities that were here before the European conquest. But as in terms of European cities built in America, it's the oldest. But how long is World War III? Let's leave enough room at the end here.
I think it's about 5 minutes or so, isn't it?
It is 7 minutes and 11 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
7-Eleven. Well, it's a
I
good
didn't
thing
think it was that
7-Eleven's
long.
open. That's not what she said.
Well, Briar Rose is definitely trying to crash the show. I guess she's very excited now that she can roam freely during the broadcast, or at least this was her trial run.
Now, did you get her one of the collars, or are you doing the treatment down the back?
Oh, you talking about for the fleas?
Yeah,
Yeah, we had to go straight frontline.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
it was that bad.
yeah.
Like I did I gave her a bath, or at least as much of a bath as she would allow, on Monday night. Would you get off my back? Thank you. But it did not get everything. Unfortunately, some of them were able to escape into her ears. So yeah, we had to do something about it. And then Tuesday morning, I found out they were all over the place. So
And I got to say a
yeah.
special shout out and heartfelt gratitude and thanks to our comrade in arms, Pennsylvania's very own Tony Myers,
Oh yeah.
for all of the contributions, love, work, and logic and knowledge and facts that he's brought to the Grand Theft World community as he goes into semi-retirement. And I'm going to compare Tony Myers to Michael Jordan. And so, he's done the basketball for so many seasons, and he's gotten so many rings. At this point, he's going to try some baseball. Um, and who knows? Uh, we might see him back in the ring here and there. He might even buy the Wizards and put on a Wizards jersey. Who knows? You never know with Jordan.
You never
Hopefully, he
know.
just stays away from the gambling. No gambling, Tony. Um, and of course, value, go for manufacturingreality.org. Under the donate link, you'll see how to send money to help us out here.
Yeah.
All help is really appreciated.
Manufacturingreality.org/provide hyphen value is where you can return some value back to us. And we do appreciate it.
And I think with that, I guess we'll have to jump off here and tune in to the live feeds of bombs exploding all over the Middle East right now. And to get prepared for actual live World War III video footage, let's go back and look at some great Hollywood special effects from years past And let's start it out. Kick it off there, President Eisenhower. We like Ike. As I always say, Wegstoligi, Tag Festi. Realize your own power. Yona learn all yins forever.
Yeah, I set it up. You should
That's
be
it.
able. You should be able to stay on this feed.
All right.
Oh, but I need to unmute it first so that we can all hear it.
Oh, okay.
Until the latest of our world conflicts, the United States had no armaments industry. American makers of plowshares could, with time and as required, make swords as well. But we can no longer risk emergency improvisation of national defense. We have been compelled to create a permanent armaments industry of vast proportions.
World War III, won't you please save our economy? World War III, won't you please save our economy? Brace for nuclear shockwave. Get your buckets of powdered eggs. MMT, emancipate dead slaves. Beat your plows back into swords. World War III, won't you come save our economy? Goes far to queef, dripping with belief, fulfilling my gardening needs with my infant seeds. Let the foreign bodies pile. $2 gas is more my style. World War III, won't you come and save our economy? Brace for nuclear shockwave. World War III, won't you come and save our democracy? Americans and Nazis march together for a victory. Bombs for prosperity, yet more austerity. Money printer went burn, now inflation's all ass. War for more profits, cheaper gas at last. World War III, come and save our economy. WMD's in the desert haze. Marines again on Tripoli shore. No vaccine tested to the sixth phase. It's booster time, go get you some more. come and save their plutocracy. Black Rock and Vanguard on the boulevard, orderly earnings from all sides, more cities burning, stock price rise, battle lines are drawn, and alliances are formed. Hills are taken, and beaches are stormed. Still paying at the pump, drop more bombs. World War III, won't you please save our economy? Brace for nuclear shockwave. Get your buckets of powdered eggs. MMT, emancipate dead slaves. Beat your plows back into swords. Brace for nuclear shockwave. 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 World War III, come and save